Alright, how's it going, YouTube? Here I have my Sig p938. Safety check it for you. Good to go. Alright, so this video is not necessarily on the 938 itself, but more or less the Sig customer service. So a little backstory. I've had this beautiful gun for about 8 months now, shot thousands of rounds through it, and on Monday, about 5 days ago, I was shooting it, got maybe about 50 rounds into it, and noticed that the guide rod was maybe a quarter of an inch beyond the end of the slide. Well, I noticed that right away, and that wasn't really good. So I took it apart and found out that this guide rod is in fact two pieces. The guide rod itself will screw into another part, maybe right around here, and it'll a U-shaped kind of thing that seats it underneath the barrel. Don't know why it's two parts, but it is. Sig did that for whatever reason. No, that's not my problem. Looked for aftermarket parts where I could find maybe a solid one-piece guide rod. Still locating that. But I got on the phone, called Sig themselves, got in touch with a gentleman named Kyle, who was more than happy to help. And he took my information, got my address, and before I knew it, he put a new guide rod in the mail for me. Suggested that I use some Loctite and use that on the threads to get that set, and then I'll have that second one for a backup just in case. I was shocked. I knew Sig had great customer service. This is the first time I ever had to call them, but I knew they had great customer service, but I was shocked at how easy this process was. I gave them my name, my address, serial number for my gun, and before I knew it, I was done with the phone, said thanks, and that was it. So I'm very pleased. That's the only problem I've ever had with this gun, and all in all, I could talk for days about this gun, about how great it is. I mean, I have some pretty massive hands. I'm 6'8" tall and got some big hands, but this gun fits perfectly, conceals perfectly, even with the pinky extender, doesn't print at all. But even without that, I mean, it fits great in my hand. Not a problem with that. I love this gun. It fits like a glove. I could, like I said, talk for days about that. But other than that guide rod issue, I've never really had a problem, and I assume that the Loctite on the guide rod will fix it. So I'm not worried about that too much. I'll get the Loctite on there, and that'll be that. Take it to the range, and maybe I'll put a follow-up video. If you don't hear from me again, the Loctite worked. If you do hear from me again, then we might have some problems with this gun. But other than that, this gun is fabulous. I highly recommend buying it. Shit, buy 2 of them, I don't know. But like I said, great gun, so stay safe, keep shooting.